Welcome to Texas Truck Channel. It's very windy and I'm Brian.
I'm Craig.
And today we have the 2023 Ford Maverick, and this is a hybrid. It's our first time with it. We've had, what, 2 or 3 Mavericks by now? This is the first one we've had that's hybrid. We've been asking for it for a while. We're glad to have it, and we're gonna talk about all that in a minute, but let's talk about appearances first. This is in the new Atlas Blue. Bring it in. It is metallic. Not pearl, but it is metallic. I really, really like it a lot. This particular one is a Lariat trim, and it also has the blackout package, which means you get the headlights from the Tremor that have gray speck to them. You have the black trim in the grille and the black Ford logo. Something else you're gonna get are taillights that match the Tremor, and the mirror caps are also black as well. Bring it around over here, Craig. You end up with 18-inch wheels. These are the Michelins. They're 255 60/18, so the Primacy AS all seasons. We've had this tire a ton of times. It's a good tire. It's quiet, it's low rolling resistance, and it handles better than you think it does. The wheels themselves are, Craig doesn't love them. What's your feedback on that, Craig?
I prefer the lower, there's one wheel below this that I think looks better, that comes like the XLTs and stuff.
Okay.
It's more of a glossy black. I just like the way it's designed better than this
spoke design?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't think people are gonna care too much.
Nah.
It's subjective.
Yeah, this looks fine though.
I think it looks good. I think the blackout package is nice. I don't think the Lariat package makes a ton of sense, but we'll wrap up with that at the end of the episode. But the nose, nothing you haven't seen there before. Something else you get with the Lariat package is this thing that says Lariat. You also get some overflow of wax from whoever cleaned this before we got it. Whatever, that's how it goes. There's 2 things that go really well for Ford, and they're right here on the door. First thing, keypad.
Oh, do that. Everybody,
Love
please.
Love that. So simple, you can leave your key in it if you want to.
Look, Brian, I went kayaking yesterday. I didn't want to have my keys on me in case I fall in the water and ruin it.
Right.
I left the key in the truck and I just used the keypad.
Boop, that's the move.
Done.
And now we have nothing that'll get wet or messed up. That's a pretty good deal. Now, the next thing that I love, this is keyless entry.
Yeah.
Okay, and what I mean by that is,
what's your point?
What I mean by that is that you don't have to hit this button if you don't want to. There's also not a button out here, okay?
Wait, what? So how does it work?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, just that simple.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
Stellantis, Dodge Chargers in particular. You come to it, you got to go, oh, hit a button on the top and then pull it up. You get into Hyundai Kia products. There's a D-pad out here. You gotta hit this every time. It's just dumb.
Just put your hand in and open.
Put your hand in, it opens, and also when you want to get out, see it's right here. Come look at these stripes right here. Now it's locked.
This is a Ford Maverick that has that. Come on, people.
Come on, dude. Everyone get with it. Come on down the line. Time for the fuel door test, Craig.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. On every other trim of Maverick we've had, that has worked. But come down here. Someone else has been confused with this before, because you see this emergency latch right here? Someone had the same problem we did. Now it does
look at that though, yeah.
Look at that. Full credit, it's capless, but there's a little more news, Craig. For some reason the Lariat has, well, go ahead and show them. Go ahead and show them. It's not actually broken.
So I want to explain to Brian, it's not actually broken. I don't want people to think that there's something wrong with this. As usual, Brian, it's user error. Yeah. We come in here and we found out that this is probably a Lariat feature. There's a little fuel door.
Look at that.
Oh, it opened. So, but we did, because we thought it was broken, we discovered the emergency backup option.
Someone else thought it was too, by the way.
That's cool.
Someone else found that and pulled it out. It's pretty funny. I think it's hysterical. So coming around, these are the taillights that are smoked. And
I do like that.
That looks really good. There's actually a little tint over the red itself, and then all the clear bits have a little bit of a gray hue to them. I think
that looks good. That looks good.
All right, bring it down, Craig. Most important part of this truck, right there.
Yeah.
Hybrid. Look, confession time. Hybrids are boring. I'm not into them. They're not exciting, they're not fast or any of that kind of crap. But find me a truck that gets this kind of mileage. We'll talk about it when we drive. This makes a lot of sense to me. Down here, there is not a hitch, but there's a place where you can put one. It will tow 2,000 pounds. That's all you need. Tailgate.
Oh, ouch.
It's not dampened, but it is super duper light. Unbelievable. And like all the Mavericks, you have a bottle opener here, which is the most important thing. And if you get on a far angle,
for your kombucha.
It's for your kombucha opening. The tailgate is slightly lower. It slightly angles down, so it's easier to get things in the back. That's on purpose. They are all that way.
Sit down on it. Look at that easy. Oh, great hit point.
Great hit point.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And this is the optional spray-in bed liner, and Ford does a great job on this.
God, their factory liners are awesome.
Don't get it without it. This is awesome.
Yeah, tough bed. Just do it.
Yeah.
Power plant. Let's go.
So you've got to do it twice because it's very BMW. That's a new Ford thing.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Oh, that's right. There's no dampers on this one, but it's windy enough, it kind of held it for a second there. This is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, and when paired with the hybrid power system, on its own, the 4-cylinder makes 162 horsepower, 155 torque. But when you shove that together with the EV power, it's 192 horsepower together.
Not bad.
Now, Ford's not publishing the torque on its own with a hybrid unit, but it's fine. It actually, this thing boogies way more than you would ever think it would. So that's pretty good. This is actually an old Mazda motor, if we're honest, which is probably the best part about it. It just wants to rev. It's happy to do it. So all that out of the way, it's paired to a CVT transmission that is fine.
More on that on the drive.
Time for the interior.
All right, Brian, let's get into the Ford Maverick Lariat. Well, we've been in a Maverick before. There's really not a whole lot of news here, but you do get this is the kind of the leather-ish seating surface. Brian, getting close here, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that is not leather.
There's no.
That is that's basically vinyl. So you do get a center armrest though. That is really nice with cup holders, and it doesn't just sit on the floor. Who would expect that in a Maverick? That's pretty cool.
Also, look at the headroom.
Yes, Brian, I want you to get in here. Oh boy. I want to see if we got headroom.
Oh boy.
Now you are sitting behind yourself, so lead room would be a little bit compromised, but you would move it up if we're...
Yeah, I would, but even then...
But bottom line is, look at that. Dude, that is unbelievable.
I can tell you, full-size trucks, almost all of them don't do this as well.
I'll also tell you this, and we've been in them, Brian, there are mid-size trucks that do not have this headroom, period.
Not at all.
And they're $10,000 more just to start.
Absolutely.
There's more cool stuff though. This comes with the optional floor protectors, which are pretty cool. I would get these, they're pretty nice. This is a 3D printed slot. No, Ford didn't forget to do anything. They want you to figure out what to put there. You can put a cup holder.
Oh, it's a DIY build your own truck.
A cup holder.
Got it.
Ford wants you to finish building it,
right.
Okay. But it's pretty cool. They do have some options for you. And you get USB-A, USB-C. All the kids these days want that. That's pretty cool. You get seat mat pockets in both seats. That's a really...
You'd be surprised how often this one doesn't have it.
Even in premium models. Brian, and then go to the door. Look at the door over there. The handle cutout is pretty cool. Get that on the front and the back. That cutout allows you to put the biggest hydro flasks you want to put there, and that is pretty cool.
And then you get texture pattern.
And then you get more cup holders below that. You can put 3 different drinks in there, and yeah, the textured pattern is really cool. Pay attention to that textured pattern. It's going to continue up front in another spot. That's pretty cool.
Oh, hold on.
Oh! Before we move to the front, Brian, I want to show you this. This does not split, but it does come up. You do get some storage underneath, and that's pretty cool.
Pretty deep well, look at that.
A little bit less with a hybrid because you get battery stuff going on here, and there you go. That's how you would jump the car.
That's
your 12-volt system. So
weird. But you do have more finished truck yourself slots.
Yes, and show them the little 3D scan. You would just like in the back of the bed, and they give you some options there. That's pretty cool.
To the front.
All right, moving on to the captain's row. We get normal Ford Maverick stuff business. I'm gonna go with XLT specific stuff first though. You get leather steering wheel. That's an option in XLT premium, but standard with the Lariat. You also get a leather armrest, which looks very Ford Escape-y. You know, leather. That's the thing. It's not leather. That's really about all you get. You get some other features like lane keep assist, which is an option in other trims, but you get it in this. You get the fuel door lock like we talked about previously.
Rear cruise control.
You don't get radar cruise control.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, no radar cruise control. A little bit of a fail. You can't get that in a Maverick. I do want to show you something when you start up though in the gauges. It's on. You don't hear anything because it's a hybrid. That's pretty cool. One of the things I do love is it shows you total electric miles. That's right. That's really cool right there. So as you drive, you can see if you drove 20 miles, how many of that was electric, and it gives you a mileage score for that. That's really cool. Another thing I don't like is I don't like the fact that you get a speedo there and a speedo there, and Brian, our TAC is a power meter. So well, more on that in the drive, but maybe we could get, my son suggested, let's keep this dial. That's kind of cool, so you can see what's going on with the battery. But can we just get a TAC here since we got the speedometer right there? Kind of cool. Maybe. Not a bad idea. Over here, we get Brian's wallet. That's cool. Okay. Take that. Okay, thank you. But you get a couple holes that you can put. Couple hole. Oh, okay. You can put stuff in. Who knows? Some people
top here.
More up there. You can put. Some people are 3D printing things here and put like a phone holder.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Or DIY.
But working our way down, Brian, I want to show you the blue up here and then the texture. That texture continues. There's where it's at. I think that's a really cool thing. It's in the door. Doors up here just like the back. You get plenty of cup holders. Also showing the back how far that bottle can go back. It goes.
It goes like in there.
Yeah, like you can put all kinds of goodies back
there. Wait, what is this?
Yeah, it goes way back. So you can put maybe 5 hydro flasks in there. And then up front, this is a Lariat package. You get the window that you can actually open from here.
By the way, it's like a guillotine, that thing's so fast.
Yeah, very Toyota-y. So all the XLT models, that's actually manual, and then so you can't reach it, so it's kind of like, well, why even have it? So this one, it does make a little more sense. Last but not least, Brian, I want to show you something that's really important, and that is up front, up here, we have a volume knob. Do you see that? It's a knob. So when you want to make it, you just turn it. You just,
we want to
volume up, you just turn it up.
Okay.
And then, hey, what if you want to change the radio station?
Oh, well, we have one of those too.
You just turn the dial. You just put it on the radio station you want. That's it.
Hey, everyone else.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
You want to drive it?
Let's drive it.
All right.
Brian, we're in the Ford Maverick Hybrid.
Hybrid.
And we got sport mode though. We're going to try that.
Sport mode?
Sport, yep.
Traction off.
Traction off.
I figured the trick out to launching this, by the way.
Okay, and?
You got to bump it to wake the engine up.
Yes.
And then floor it.
Okay. CVT.
Yeah. Got a little whine going on.
Max power.
Not there yet.
Now, 60. Okay, loaded down.
Okay. 2 people.
Oh, 2 people, 8.46. Not bad, but we did it with just you in the car.
7.83, a full second down.
Right, so with me in the car, we could have maybe 7.6.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
No, in all reality,
I'm not trying to be mean.
No, but you weigh less than me for sure. Also, the battery is definitely depleted after 3 runs back to back.
True, but it says it's ready.
It says it's ready, but the reality is we did 3 hot runs back to back to back.
And I will say this is a lighter truck, and usually the lighter the vehicle is and less power the vehicle makes, the more you can tell any load on it. There's a reason this is only rated at 2,000 pounds.
Sure.
I drove this to church earlier with 3 kids, pretty grown kids, and you could tell we had more load than just you and I driving around.
Okay.
So
interesting feedback.
It's nothing bad. I still pass people when I needed to. It's not a problem at all if you're thinking about not enough power, but you notice it.
One thing I noticed, because I drove it solo the whole time, I didn't even put kids in here, but one thing I noticed the whole time is that every time I leaned in it, it had more power than I thought.
Yeah.
Like off the line, that's the worst case scenario.
Sure.
So like passing power, even on how, like,
it's fine.
No big deal. Like it feels uncompromised to me.
Yeah. Well, would you say combined 191 horsepower? Is that what you said? Total system.
Yeah.
That's
a light truck, dude.
For a truck that doesn't weigh much, that's plenty.
Right.
Yeah.
It also explains why the 2 liters of freaking rocket ship in this.
Exactly.
It's so light.
Look, I'll say this: there are other brands out there that have some ancient V6s with some ancient transmissions that are slower than this.
Okay. All right. So there's that. One more thing I want to point out. This is the 2-wheel drive, so you have a torsion rear beam instead of independent rear.
Yes.
Which it's also lighter because there's no rear diff.
It's our second time with this. With that
configuration.
Yeah.
But first time with the hybrid power plant. I gotta say, this thing's stiff. The springs are really stiff. Not really stiff. They're stiffer than I thought they would be. And the steering's really heavy.
The steering is heavier in the hybrid than any of the 2 liters.
We've run the Tremor all-wheel drive 2 liter. We've had the Lariat 2-wheel drive automatic 4-wheel drive, and their steering felt like natural and perfect. This feels a little out of place.
Yeah, and it's not just you, it's everyone that's been behind the wheel of this has said that.
Okay.
So.
Now, more things on top of that, I'm super comfortable in here.
Yes, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So again, I had 4 people in here, 4 pretty large people, and it was comfortable. We had leg room, as we've shown earlier, we had headroom. This armrest is in a good spot.
It is.
There are other cars that don't have those in this price range.
I could wear 2 bucket cowboy hats. Two John Duttons I could wear on this thing.
There's plenty of, my arms are comfortable over here.
Ford does ergonomics really well. They just got it.
This is a comfortable car.
Now, your daughter put it best. This feels like a toy truck to her. And she was referring to material choice.
She was.
She's not wrong about that, but at least the design is aesthetically pleasing.
I agree. It's funky and it's different and it's cool.
In a good way.
It doesn't look like an afterthought.
It does not. It was thought out.
So many bargain priced vehicles, the interiors look like an afterthought. Like, well, we had to make it, so here it is.
Not the case here.
Not happening here.
The other thing I want to point out is that the hybrid does not have a rackety sounding 2 liter.
Yeah, this is
the 2 liter 4-cylinder is like noisy, and there's no underhood dampening. So it is quiet on the highway.
It is.
And now that engine valve train noise is gone, it's a really quiet, refined powertrain.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. I think we've driven them all now. This is the last one. This is the hybrid. And this is where I want to end this on, Brian. Of all the different powertrain and suspension options, which one would you get?
Oh, for me, in my drive?
Yeah.
And I don't care about fuel because the distance is so short for me. 2 liter automatic 2-wheel drive.
And that makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad you said that.
Because burnouts, because all-wheel drive, you can't do burnouts.
So you would give up the independent rear suspension?
I would.
Okay.
It isn't quite bad enough for that.
That would be a fun car to make an ST like.
Blow-off valve, intake, cob tune.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Be silly.
To me, I have a little bit longer commute. I was getting 41 highway.
That's incredible.
Not driving the speed limit, driving a little over a little bit, but not crazy, and just keeping up with traffic.
You weren't hypermiling.
And then I was driving in town, I was getting like 50 to 60. Look, here's what I'm going to tell you. The EPA numbers, you're going to beat them in this car.
Yeah.
I was interested to get our hands on that to see if we did that. And to me, that's what I would end up with. And that's why I think the Maverick in general is a great first car, or really any car for anyone.
Yeah.
But really a first car. If you're getting out of college, you're finishing school, your first job, you have kids, or you don't have kids, you live in the city, you don't live in the city. This works for so many people.
It makes a ton of sense. I'm still gonna argue this is the best city truck out there. If you're, whether it's a first-time driver or you're retiring, you're like, look, I want to park an F-150. These things are so huge. Or the Ranger even. You're like, you know, the mileage does matter.
Yeah.
This thing fits in parking spots. Every time I drive this, I'm like, I just pull into a spot. No apologies. Great product. I can't wait till they make these things at full steam ahead. And I wish they were still cheaper. This has jumped about $2,000 over last year's model.
Yeah, that's
unfortunately.
true.
And also, one more comment I want to jab on this. The Lariat package makes virtually no sense unless you want the saddle leather seats.
Yeah, XL2 is a premium package to get leather seat.
Exactly.
Or steering wheel. You're in business.
Exactly. The leather steering wheel you do want, and the cloth seats on the XLT
are better.
Are really nice.
They're better.
These don't breathe and they fit. I'm sorry, this is vinyl. There's nothing leather in here. It's annoying they even say it. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned. We're going to do a little bit of offering with this.
This is better than the original Maverick.
I guess.
Yes, it is.